are you doing? Dad, help her. She can't get up. She was trying to get up. Now she's leaving. Bye, bud. Bye. Bye. How many days until your birthday?
4.
How old are you gonna be?
7.
7.
I'm gonna be 7.
Are you so excited?
Yes.
Daddy, can you believe she's gonna be 7?
I'm gonna be a big girl.
You are a big girl. Bumby's back.
Oh, bye.
What are you doing?
Action! Cut. Mom.
Oh no, I was trying to get her singing the song. No way?
She said no way.
I know, she sits here and goes, no way, no way. There you go, Lil. Now you're part of the Cool Kids Club.
Well, I'm actually the oldest kid.
Yeah, but buns are on upside down. You'll never be that cool. Very cute.
I used to be that cool. I'm all cool.
Do not be afraid, Bun.
Cool, and I'm my cool, and I'm Bug's.
What are you eating off the floor?
Oh, I want to show you something.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm sorry that yesterday's vlog was like incredibly dull and boring, but I went to bed super duper early last night. Woke up early this morning, like over an hour before my like, come on, get up out of bed alarm went off, and just feel so much better. I woke up, but then we continued to just lay in bed and snuggle babies for a couple hours, which is always nice. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, why do I keep doing this to myself? I know better than this, but yet, I don't know. I think there's something about feeling the responsibility of sharing that sometimes my ideas get ahead of me, and I'm like, oh, I think this could really benefit someone and be really helpful, so let's go ahead and do this, or let's go ahead and do that. So I feel like my heart's in the right place, but then when it comes time to actually do these things, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm just like, it's too much and I need to stop. And so I think sometimes, again, just my best of intentions get in my own way. And so here is me coming to you all and saying, sorry, I had ideas that I thought would be great and wonderful and beneficial, and all of that's fantastic and wonderful. But if my family is in need of something else, it doesn't matter about the great, wonderful idea I had that I think might benefit someone else, because if I am not serving my family first and foremost, then what am I doing? And me trying to think that I really should push in one area when my family and my immediate what's in front of me is going, hello, we have these other things that need to be dealt with. This is my coming to reality moment. So all of that being said, I love you all and thank you so much for being here. I am not going to stress and focus on the things that I thought maybe I should. Instead, I'm going to continue getting the stuff done that I can see all around me needs to be dealt with, and I will happily share with you all in prayer that it might help and encourage some of you. Maybe, and maybe it's just the season that kind of the whole world is in right now. Maybe your family, it's, you're dealing with other things and it makes it a little more, kind of important as well. But I think even the kids and everything that's going on in the world, it's just such a troubling time. And I don't mean to use that in like that cliche way, but I really think it is. And the kids understand that there's something going on. And I mean, heck, just, if you're not, even say you're not really concerned about the whole coronavirus thing and you're like, whatever, it's a bunch of hype. I mean, even running to the grocery store, if you're running and trying to do your things out and about like normal with your kids, I mean, they're going to see that something's going on and something's wrong and people are acting strange and where's all the toilet paper, right? Like, because everybody's going nuts. So maybe instead of trying to dive in and be like, how do we make school so efficient? How do we do this? How do we do that? Let's, use all the things and implement all the things. Maybe we all need to just hit pause for a week or a few and just relax. Just come together. Just focus on home. Focus on one another. Focus on drawing closer and drawing closer on the foundation of God's word and just relax a little bit. Maybe it's just me, but maybe you could use it as well. So yes, I did find some different, there's so many resources floating around right now. So many like educational websites are giving away, free trials for, a couple weeks or up to a year or whatever. There are a lot of things like that. Honestly, they're everywhere, so you really don't need me, I'm sure, to be like, hey, look what I found online. I'll share some to like the Heavenly Minded Homeschool Facebook group and stuff like that. But I don't know. The more I just was thinking about it last night and everything, and just seeing the questions like my kids have asked and different things, I'm like, you know what? This is silly. This is all silly, because if anything, I think it's things like this that really remind us, like, what is truly important? What truly do we need to be focused on? What truly do we need to be concerned about right now? So thoughts like that. So all of that being said, instead of stressing about having everything perfectly laid out to share and get my kids to get this done, my kids have refound, we haven't watched it in a while, but they are back watching Brave Wilderness, which we really love Brave Wilderness. If you guys have seen the channel here on YouTube, but they are re-watching all of his sting videos. And if you haven't seen it, I think it sounds crazy, because when my husband Brandon had watched it independently, and he would tell me about this guy who gets stung by bugs and like puts them on YouTube. And I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Who on earth would do that? Like, there's something seriously wrong with that guy. That was my first response. But then the kids were watching it, and Lily was like, oh yeah, Dad, you know who Coyote Peterson is? Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so then I started watching it with them, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty neat. It's not quite as crazy as I thought it was when you first told me about it. So anyways, we had watched them all, so then there was like no new ones to watch, and we kind of just, I don't know, I guess we just kind of stopped watching it for a while. But they refound them, and I don't know if you can hear them, but they are all in there. All 4 of my kids are in there right now. Just like, it's hilarious to listen to them. Don't mind all my laundry I haven't put away. It's about time. I need to switch out my wardrobe to like my spring wardrobe, but then we've had a couple days eke in where it's a little bit colder, so I'm like, I don't really want to put everything away because I know I need to pull it all back out. Anyways, that's why there's a mess there. So anyways, the kids are just happy doing that. I really need to finish it. I started all those projects last week, but then over the weekend I was finding all of these resources and things, and I was like, let's implement all of the things and show everybody, because these are really cool and they might really help. So let's do them and show everyone how it goes. But then I was like, okay, my house is still in pieces. I don't have stuff done. We were kind of thinking, we might be doing one thing next month, but now it looks like we won't be doing anything until like the end of the summer. And so then I'm like trying to like regroup certain things, like, okay, well, if we're not going to be doing anything, then what are we going to do to fill the space? And the house is still a disaster and all these different things. So I'm going to finish trying to put everything back together, hopefully. My husband and I are trying to, kind of figure things out, especially this week with, a lot of people being home. He's doing live streams every day for our home church group, really going through scripture and looking at many things. We're trying to get more podcasts recorded. So there's just pieces to juggle, and that's fine. Yeah, I need to, the kids, I don't know, my kids are just very, I know I'm like just I'm just rambling all kinds of things at you guys, so sorry. I am very unschool in nature. Of all the things we have done out of all the years of homeschooling, which we've been homeschooling since 2011, 2010, 2011. Yeah, 2011. I'm trying to remember since how long we've been homeschooling for. So it's been a while. And honestly, I think when we come back to everything, that's where we usually fall. That's where we usually fit, because we've got stuff going on and the kids learn as we go. But then I second guess myself and I backpedal and I'm like, is this not good enough? And then so I try to implement all of the things, and then my kids are like, this isn't how we normally do things. So stuff has a hard time sticking. And I don't know. It's hard, right? Because I'm afraid I'm screwing at my kids. I'm afraid I'm not doing enough. I'm afraid of I don't know. It's not that I live in fear or anything like that, but I'll second guess myself and be like, there's so many other things. This is like a really good thing. Should we do this? And I try to implement it. My kids are like, not really. And I'm like, guys, how do you not love that? That's amazing. So, I don't know. We're just a mess over here, I guess. But then I feel really bad to like not have it all put together and be like, hey, completed package, here you go. So I think time and time again, every time I try to shake stuff up, I end up going back to my bare basics. Be in the Word, core skills, every day have some fun activity that you're doing together as a family, and you learn so much in that, and just trust the process. So here we are, yet again, another vlog where I'm like, oh yeah, Heidi, take your own advice from the beginning. Well, some of us are slower than others. So, sorry, I'm working through myself as I share with you guys. I had a great night of sleep last night, you guys. I feel like a new person today, which is fantastic. I am going to go pick up the house a little bit, do a little bit of cleaning, so that way I can get into the girls' room. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm doing a very wide faux shiplap treatment on my girls' bedroom walls. We're doing like a 3/4 of the wall with that like faux shiplap type look. I did it because I needed something inexpensive and easy that I could get. There were some holes in their walls when we first moved here that it was like, we'll get those patched. There's furniture in front of them, kind of forget about them. And then I have little girls. So then they would pick at them, and accidents would happen, and these holes would get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. What do you girls do? My girls are hardcore. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do. And so I was like, okay, this is silly. We really need to get these fixed. But by the time this is more than just a little wall patch. And let's be for real, by the time I get it patched up, it's probably just a matter of time before my kids mess it up and put a hole in it again. Let's just be honest. So that's when I thought of putting something, an actual treatment of some sort over the wood. I was just going to get the big wood panels and put some of those on horizontally, because I do like the texture that gives, having a little something right there. But then I found it was just way cheaper. I got these really, really thin boards. They're called Yucca boards at Home Depot. I don't remember what they were called at Lowe's. But I got these really super thin boards. They're like $8 a sheet for a 4x8 foot sheet. And then I asked Lowe's to cut them down for me into strips. My Lowe's acted like there was no way possible they could cut them into like 8-inch strips, which is ideally what I wanted. So I ended up with 12-inch strips. whatever, who cares? It is what it is. And so I am just nailing those up on the wall with little spaces kind of in between them. I'll show you guys when I get in there and get going on that today. They're so thin that I can cut and trim them with a, I mean, it takes a little bit of elbow grease, but I can cut them with a, an X-Acto knife. There we go. So I've got that and putting them up, and then we will prime them and paint them. And once everything's done, I'll probably add a little piece of a trim at the top to kind of finish it off. But it's ridiculously inexpensive and super duper easy. So I just need to finish. I got one wall done, but I need to finish in their room, getting that done. And I'll be doing the same treatment to finish up our bathroom. Our bathroom needs to get done. I shared with you guys before, my husband, like, if there's one room in our house that can stay taken care of, it's our bathroom. He is a total germaphobe and he's very, very weird, especially about bathrooms. And our bathroom right now is a disaster. I tore it apart to get started with the contact paper wallpaper treatment that I'm doing up, but then we needed to get the boards, but now, like, we have everything, we just need to get it done. And so I need to finish up these other projects so we can get our bathroom taken care of, because our bathroom is like, it's a disaster. It's so bad right now. And I know that he is being so gracious with me, but he's going to be like, can you please seriously finish up all of your little projects or just get the stuff out of here? So I need to do that. I know I do. Life just has a way of throwing us all of these curveballs. And so here we are, catching all of the curveballs. So I'm going to get in the room with the girls, and they got it all cleaned up yesterday, got all their toys picked up. So now I just need to kind of move the furniture over. I'll get it on, and then they really want to help paint. So Lord willing, that is my goal today, that I'm going to set everything else aside. I'm going to stop being a lunatic, and I'm going to finish all the messes that I started. Okay? That's my plan. We'll see what happens. But that's what we're going to try today. So aren't you glad I just, for like nearly 15 minutes, like word vomited all of my thoughts out at you? But you know, it's nice to have my friends to talk to and share these things, because sometimes I feel like us moms, we need to, you know, process through some stuff every once in a while at least. So anyways, that's all of it. I will stop talking. You're like, okay, Heidi, we get it. Go away. Yeah.
There's no question that Heidi had much to learn about creatures. Nope, it's here. We've got an entire future.
That's what our house looked like the other day with all the bees, huh?
I have some today.
You didn't eat already?
I ate one thing.
Okay.
I have
What's Coyote Peterson doing?
ball.
What?
So I think I can have a honey ball and the croissant.
Honey? Honey bees? You want a honey bar?
Yeah.
With the honey bees?
Let's go.
What? Ooh, giant hornets. What are you doing? I don't want to see your belly.
Oh, time fly.
Oh no, it's a giant hornet.
Is it?
Yeah, giant hornet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, giant hornet.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong with your belly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pee.
Cheese.
Does it snow there a lot too? Or like,
Not very.
oh, it's
I mean, Greece has a couple of like hilly like mountains and stuff. There's probably some snow up there sometimes.
wow.
What chapter does anybody remember?
Are you doing Joe?
Overwhelmed with longing for his help. Don't let me sleep. I am too distressed even to pray. I think of the good old days long since ended, when my nights were filled with joyful songs. I search my soul and ponder the difference now. Has the Lord rejected me? Will he never again be kind to me? Is his unfailing love gone forever? Have his promises permanently failed? Has God forgotten to be gracious? He has slammed the door. Has he slammed the door on his compassion? And I said, "This is my fate." The Most High had turned his hand against me. Then I recall. For your unfailing love is higher than the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the highest heavens. May your glory shine over all the earth.
Before I do anything else, now that we finished Bible, I bought these nematodes and I need to get them sprayed on the lawn and I haven't done it, and I'm hoping I didn't wait too long and that they're still okay and I didn't just waste them. But I'm using these nematodes to spray out in the area where we're gonna lay the lawn. And the weather looks like tomorrow is going to be a perfect day to do the lawn, so that's what's making me want to do this today. But this will help take care of like the grubs and fleas and little things that are outside. So I'm super excited to do the nematodes. So I'm going to go ahead and mix them with my sprayer here. You just mix them into the water and spray them out over the area you weren't covered. So I'm going to do that now.
Even though Saudi is, there is a lot of parts of Saudi that is like most of Saudi Arabia, northern Saudi. Because the thing with Saudi Arabia is the big part.
Bun, what are you
Saudi
doing?
Arabia that you see is pretty much just all wastelands.
Hey, Bun. Pick up your orange, pick up your peel and throw it away. Get your banana peel. Olivia.
Really nice.
Ollie. Come pick this up.
Like it's
I'll pick it up for you. Also, sand.
yeah.
It's this.
You're gonna be cold today, kid.
No, I'm not.
Lily's book from PJ Library finally arrived. So I'm gonna go take this to her now to open. I'm super excited. Guess what's here?
My book?
Your book from PJ Library. No, sit back down so I can see you.
Whoa, okay.
Okay, open it.
Looks
I
a
want
bit
to see.
small.
Well, it's just a chapter book.
Oh, a chapter book. Okay. Whoa, what did I do? Wait, hold on. The doll shop downstairs. I really want to know this
Yeah,
book.
let me see.
Wait, she's nine.
The doll shop downstairs. Can Anna help save her beloved dolls and her family?
9-year-old Anna is stuck, and I couldn't read.
Yeah, 9-year-old Anna is stuck in the middle between her younger sister Trudy and her older sister Sophie. She only feels special when she's downstairs playing with the dolls in her family's doll repair shop. But when World War I threatens to put the shop out of business, Anna's family needs to find a way to survive, and Anna just may be the one to save the day.
Wait, World War I?
Cool, yeah. Zoe, stop moving the bed. Sorry,
Wow.
camera everywhere.
How many chapters is this? Looks really small too, because I can't have.
Zoe, would you stop it?
Oh, I saw Hebrew, a word that said Hebrew somewhere.
So super duper exciting, huh?
Yeah.
You finally got your book. It just took
I've been
forever
waiting.
because you've got your books, but now you have your books.
I'm gonna start reading later.
And your other one should be here soon, but.
Another one?
Okay, so the girls' room, we've got it like completely, okay, yeah, leave them alone. We've got their room kind of completely torn apart right now so we could work on this. But these are, can you please stop? These are the boards. See how they're this, I don't know if you can see on here, but see how super duper thin, if my camera would focus. maybe. I don't know if you can tell, but they are super duper thin boards. And like I said, Lowe's cut them into the 12-inch strips. I'm putting spaces in between them because I like the look of the spacing. And then I've got just a simple nail gun. Oops, I can see a part down there that popped out a little bit, so I got to fix that. But we are getting all of them up on the wall. Ooh, come on. It's not wanting to focus. And then I've got to fill in the rest of the walls here. We've patched nail holes and things like that that have been up. That's where when I scraped all the popcorn off and painted their ceiling, and then we've got to paint up there, obviously. Yeah. We've got their beds, everything torn apart right now, but we will continue to put this around the walls. And then I will put a little piece, like a little 1x2 little piece of trim on top of it as a little ledge. And then the plan is to paint up here like a real soft lavender color, and all of the boards will be white.
That I need.
A book that you need?
And it's called The Cats in the Doll Shop.
The Cats in the Doll Shop, huh?
Cats in the Doll Shop.
Let me see.
I need it.
Ooh, this is really struggling to focus. Okay, it can't focus, so I'm just gonna stop. So, sorry, my camera's going crazy right now. It's like really struggling to focus. But these will be the boards that go all around. We'll get that done. So we're gonna finish, would you stop? We're gonna finish pulling all of these things out, get the boards up today, hopefully paint everything. We'll see. But I think I've got out there clean, which is nice. I feel like, can we get away from the window, please?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, as they break the window and bust out of it. Can we not do that? So. Okay guys, I just recorded my heaven video for the Seeing the Unseen. Come do the Bible study with us if you aren't already. Loving it. Talking about forgiveness for tomorrow when this comes out, so that's exciting. I think my camera's crooked. Probably just recorded that whole video with my camera crooked. I got the house pretty much cleaned up, got caught up on getting laundry folded. I just have to put it away, but the baby was trying to fall asleep, and if I'm in she likes to snuggle her brother to go to sleep. And if I'm in the room, she constantly gets distracted. So I went to adjust my camera when I pushed it, and I goofed something up and the whole thing fell down. So whoops. Stuff is folded. Up here is cleaned up. I had to re-clean all of the floors, but at least stuff is put together. I'm going to go get one video edited and put together, and then I'm going to get into the girls' room and start putting more boards up on the walls. Even if we don't get to the paint today, it's already going on 2:30. So hopefully we'll get to paint, but just in case we don't, at least that will go up. But I'm telling you guys, if you have a room that maybe it's for the kids and you want to have a little extra protection over your drywall, or maybe you just want some character, a little bit of charm, something to put in. If you have just uneven, ugly walls, even sometimes this is a great way to do it. And let's be for real, some of us in old houses, we've got some uneven, ugly walls. That's kind of why we're doing it in our bathroom. We're going to do it on the bottom portion of our bathroom. We did the wallpaper on the top because our bathroom, some like 70s way that they did it in these various wallpapers and things, it just, none of it is smooth. None of it is anything exciting. It had to have something to physically go over it. We couldn't just paint it. It's not something that we can sand down. It has to have something actually put over it. But this was a really, really cheap and inexpensive, just quick, easy, fast way to put that together. It's taken us a while to be able to get all the supplies, but that's our own financial problem. The actual process of it is very, very simple and easy. So if you're looking for something, that's an easy way to get it done. I don't know if sprayer versus roller when it comes to painting, if there will be a difference one to the other that will be better. So we will find out once I get everything up and we try that out. But anyways, it's a pretty easy, cheap project. I'm just saying, if y'all need something, you can totally do that. All right, I'm gonna go put videos together, and then I will check in with you all when I hopefully have the girls' room like boarded up and moving along. Fingers crossed.
Why are they
Because they pooped everywhere.
outside?
Not right now.
And the towel
Well, let's try to get their feet cleaned off. Their first time outside. Because when I picked them up, they pooed all over the place, and I want it not inside. In the towel in a minute. Let them walk around. The chicken over there, she's like, what the heck?
She's never seen baby chicks before. Yeah, she's seen her sisters. She probably doesn't. Look at them cruising around. Where's Rosemary?
Ew, one got poo on its feathers. See her right there?
That's Rosemary.
Is that Rosemary? Look at him.
Rosemary! She's trying to drink the juice. Rosemary, what are you doing? Oh, this is feathers.
Look at baby Chi Chi. She's like, what on earth?
Oh, no, that's
Or Sandy?
Yeah. Oh, poor thing. Hold on, baby girl. Is it okay? Is it good?
Oh, she wants down.
Come here, baby. Let me take you down. Want to go with your sisters? There. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. Chirp, 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 chirp. Look at Rosemary, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
What? Uncle Mike.
So I just cut this next board that's gonna go right here. When I cut them, because I'm cutting just with this box cutter knife, I put my rough edges. That's what's going to be against the wall in a seam somewhere, and then that way I will just caulk around all the edges. Like if you could see close up over here, these are my rough cut edges, so they're not perfect, but I will just caulk and paint all of that so it won't matter. And all of the ends with the nice good smooth that I'm gonna see, those are all over there. So now I have my next board cut, and I just have to line it up to notch out my area here for the outlet. I also want my look to be very broken up and kind of mismatched. I don't want my boards like and the lines to be perfectly lined up. So I just finish with whatever board I have, and the excess that I have left over from that, that's what I put on next in the next space of the wall to keep it nice and even and broken up. You guys are playing a game of telephone with the shop vac hose. I mean, on one hand, though, it's keeping them occupied. It's disgusting, but...
I mean, they've done worse.
And this is why my children have such amazing immune systems. So I just took a quick break to throw some food in the Instant Pot. You guys, I'm overcoming my fear with that Instant Pot. I'm even kind of looking at recipes and then just like eyeballing it and throwing stuff together. Once you get the hang of that thing, it's pretty awesome. So I was super intimidated by it. When I shared about that on Instagram, I got messages from like tons and tons of you all that are like, I've had one sitting in a closet for like a year, 2 years. I'm so intimidated by it. Oh my gosh, don't be intimidated. I just threw everything in there. Some chicken broth, some heavy whipping cream, some spices, some noodles, some frozen chicken. Click the button. I'll go back out there in about 30 minutes. That gives me enough time to finish up in here. Well, what I'm going to get done for now anyways. I'll go out and I'll open it and it'll just magically be dinner time. It's fantastic. I love it. So I got the boards on. Let me turn this around. Okay, the lighting's going to be horrible. But that right there that you see is the 4-foot boards broken up into the 12-inch cuts with spaces in between. I did like finger width spaces because I like the lines. I want to see the ledges and the lines in the boards. So outlets and everything are cut out. They're all tacked up on the thing. I went in to double check how many boards I had, and I have enough that I am doing an extra board around the top. So it will come up a little over 5 feet with the gaps in between, which I like the higher. And then this little bit up here on the top will be what's painted purple, like a real soft, like lavender lilac type thing. And then I want to do like a 1x2 board up here sitting as like a little like picture ledge. So that is the plan in my head, Lord willing, possibly. But either way, I will caulk all of the lines up here on the top. So if we don't get to do that little piece right now, excuse me, it won't be that big of a deal. So I just have to finish going through this wall here and down this wall here. And then over here is already done. And then I'm hoping that tonight I can still get a coat of primer on here. So hopefully when I see you guys tomorrow, right now the room is looking like really dark and like closing in on you because of how dark all of this is. But I'm hoping I can get the primer on it and then tomorrow we can paint. So hopefully that is the plan. We shall see if I get it all done today, but it's going pretty good. It was harder that first one where all of the outlets and stuff were getting them cut, but now that I have moved past the outlet phase, they go up pretty quick. And I am so glad I got just a super cheap nail gun. It's just as like brad nails, but that's perfect. These are super lightweight. And that is making life so easy. It honestly is. I love that thing. And now I have like a million things that I'm like, I could do this, I could do that, because now I have this cool little nail gun. So yeah, that's the fun of all of the things of our day. Praying you all are doing well. I'm gonna go ahead and end this here so I can finish up working here and get dinner done. And then I need to get this video put together if you guys are gonna see it tomorrow. And yeah, maybe I'll get some more work done tonight and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye guys.